Okay, Ken Orange Theory Trader back with you with another video, just showing you some instant funding account income potential. So let's get into it. The best place I found to find prop firms is just propfirmmatch.com. It's a one-stop shop to look at the reviews and the rules of firms that are out there, payout frequencies, etc. So what I have here is the Forex 100K accounts, all instant, so no challenges. That's the main thing. And you just look at these. Now, how I would recommend trading this account is look at the max daily loss, right? And definitely staying below that and trading a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. All right. So, for instance, if you have a 100K account and let's say with this company, you're QT funded and their max daily loss is 3%. So, if you take 100,000, multiply it by 0.03, that gives you $3,000. So, what you could do is just split it in three and say, okay, I'm going to trade 1-to-1 and I'm going to trade $1,000 per trade to risk either making or losing $1,000. But here's what I would do. When you risk 1-to-1, don't let the trade get all the way to your stop loss. If it hits a level that you're not comfortable with, stop yourself out early so you have plenty of room to be sure you don't hit your max daily loss. So I hope that makes sense, right? So what I did was I threw together a quick tool here on this spreadsheet and I looked at, okay, what are some max daily losses and then a 1-to-1 goal that a person could set. And then how much money could they make, assuming, and every firm is different, but these numbers assume an 80% profit split and a 20% consistency rule, meaning that after 5 trades, as long as no more than one trade accounts for more than 20% of your profit, then you'll be eligible for a payout. So if you just did let's say you have a $100,000 account and your max daily loss is 3%. What you could do is you could split that in half. And like I said, these are just suggestions. Okay. You don't have to do the whole 1,500. You can go less. You could do 1,000. You could do whatever you want and go from there. And then after 5 trades, you could be looking at a possible $6,000 after 5 trades if you stayed at or around 1,500 bucks. Okay. After 5 trades. Okay. See how powerful that is? If the max daily loss is 2%, then you can just do like say $1,000, and then after 5 trades, you might be looking at 4 grand. Okay, and obviously you can read the rest of these. If you got a $50,000 account, you might be looking at $3,000 per payout after you qualify for the consistency rule. Between 2 and 3,000 on a $50,000 account. If you have a $25,000 account, you can look at between 1,000 to 1,500. Just doing, like I said, 1-to-1s. These are all after 5 trades that qualify. Okay, and then if you have a $10,000 account, you can make an extra possible $400 to $600. Okay, so once again, though, know the max daily loss. Let the max daily loss determine what you want to trade on a 1-to-1 basis. And if you do that, then you could be making this amount per payout. Now, I'm not saying per month. I'm not saying per week. I'm just saying per payout. Now, bare minimum, if it's a 20% consistency rule, you are looking at a 5-day period. But even if it takes you a month to get this type of payout, or even if it takes you a month to get this type of payout, a lot of people would benefit from an extra 3 grand a month, from an extra $1,500 a month. Okay, so I wouldn't sleep even an extra $600 a month. For some people, that might be at least a car note. Okay, so or grocery money. So none of these are amounts to sneeze at or say, oh, it's not worth it. No, and of course with the cost, with the money in, like I said, I don't recommend any of the firms, but just say for the $100,000 account, if you know already, okay, if I have a good trading plan and I'm looking at, let's just find one. So let's say a 2% max daily loss. I know instant funding has a 15% consistency rule, so I'm not going to skip that one. I don't know which one of these has a 20% consistency rule. Other than Blue Guardian does. Okay, I know they got a 20%. So let's say if you got this for $389, right, $100,000 account for $389, and you could be making between an extra $6,000 to $4,000. Would you invest $389 to make an extra $4,000 a month? I would. Okay, and even if with the max daily loss here, because Blue Guardian, they have, what is this? And again, I'm not recommending them. Okay, don't get it twisted. Okay, but with 3%, even if you want to stay well below and just do it 2%, because if you have $3,000 worth of loss, who said you have to risk the whole or even half of it? Trade it like a 2. Just say, okay, I'm doing 1-to-1, $1,000 a pop, and I'm trying to win, 5 trades, risking 1,000 to try to make 1,000, and then that could put you in the $5,000 per payout range, right? Just risking 1,000 to make 1,000. Or down here, risking 500 to make 500 on a $50,000 account. Let's take a look at that. Only because I know they have a 20%. I don't know which of the other firms do, but I know Blue Guardian does have 20%. Okay, so 239. All right. So if I spend 239 and I risk 500 to make 500, after 5 trades, I might be looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,000 or $2,500, right? Because 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. But the trick is you have to be consistent. So hope that helps. Like I say, go shopping. It can be beneficial, but again, you have to play by the firm's rules and know all their rules, max lot sizes, all that good stuff. Do your due diligence, do your research, pull your profits out frequently because prop firms can and do shut down. But like I said, I just wanted to paint a picture for you to see if it could be beneficial for you. So I appreciate your time and attention. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day. Take care.